people today sometimes want that instant success, but it doesn't come.
100%.
It doesn't come like that. People are always amazed when they come to the studio, and then they look at the screen and you're going, "How did you get from that to that?"
I don't think many people know we've got that, do they?
No, not even the head office.
No.
Then it was on film, and you only had 3 rolls of film. You've got to know what you're doing.
Do you still use film now?
No.
How long have you been a photographer in general? For a long, long time, and we still get it, people just think of us as the high street retailer.
Yeah.
So they don't realise, for example, we've got all this photography.
Yeah.
Like, they just probably think, oh yeah, someone's there with an iPhone, like, taking some pictures. You know, my worst thing ever, like, when people are like, well, I've got an iPhone, I can do it. I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, all right then. If you say so, you give it a go. But that's it. So we've constantly, and that comes from as well, like, brand marketing and, you know, what we trying to, with customers as well, they still see us as like, you know, workwear and that in some areas. But I think we're changing that slowly, and that's why, I mean, you've probably seen as well, the photography's like evolving and the branding's evolving. Yeah, everything's evolving to try and change the perception of the brand, and this adds to it.
Good.
Yeah,
right.
No, it's really good. It's really good. And I think the applications we can clearly see because people tell us, and they use it a lot as well as like a way of learning about the brand.
Right.
The brand perception bit's a bit harder.
Yeah.
Because, it's harder to measure, but we'll get there.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose it's good to see normal people talking and telling their background story and how they got there.
Well, it's more relatable, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, if you're, I mean, we could do a video with you. I mean, we have done a video with you. That's the funny thing. We have done a video with you. Oh my God, tripped up. But again, even that with Ellie and yourself, it's just you two having a genuine conversation and you explaining what you do to someone. Yeah. And again, a bit like this, explaining the realms of photography and why you've got into photography and what it does at next. Because again, the area you're in, it's a buzz.
Yeah.
That is. I don't think many people know we've got that, do they?
No, not even the head office.
No.
I think,
Where is it actually? Where is it? It is in
Leighton Buzzard.
Hence the name Buzz. And it's a specific studio designed for...
It's just the space where we do all the home products, home product photography,
Sofas, curtains...
Yeah, everything like that, tables, chairs, vases.
The biggest stuff or everything?
Everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. As far as I know, Yeah, kitchen stuff.
Massive.
Bathroom stuff.
It's a big space, isn't it?
It is a big space, but I think we're probably already outgrown it, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. I think you could do more space.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And what's your role within that then? Like, what are you like, Graeme?
So I'm the senior photographer.
Yeah.
I did have a team and sort of moved around a little bit, so I've got a smaller team now. So I manage them. I've got the studio assistant who I manage, and my role there is basically to do photography, I suppose, being a senior photographer, but also help the other photographers with their lighting and processes, and sort of give them guidance and sort of inspiration. Because obviously I do quite a lot of the highbrow stuff as well. So I do some of the trends. Done location, and also I've done the new product range, which is the N Premium. Don't know if you've heard about that.
I have heard about that.
Yeah, so we did that last year, and I think it did really well, and I think it's done better than people expected. So we're doing another shoot.
Nice.
So that'll be good then. So it's always quite good to see the results of those shoots as well. So somebody's come up with an idea to have a brand within this brand as well, so Next Stone high premium brand, and to go with that journey of the buyers getting all the product, and then the art director doing all the sets and all the set design and stuff, and then myself and stylist coming on and sort of creating all the imagery, and that's went really well, and as I said, it's done better than people have expected apparently. So I've been told.
So you've been told. Well, it must be if you're doing it again, which is great.
Yeah, that's good then.
Which is always a good indication. And is it quite hard to flick between styles?
Well, in terms of lighting styles?
Because I guess you have to, because I think, I work in the branding space myself, and I think a lot of time people just put branding down to, it's the colour or the logo or whatever. But the way a photograph looks also gives a lot of branding emphasis to a certain look and feel, right? So the end range will be very different from the next range, I imagine, in terms of look and feel.
Yeah, I suppose so. There's so for instance, the end premium one is very stylised.
Yep.
There's not a lot of propping in it, whereas the core stuff that we do has a bit more propping in it. It's all looking still real. I mean, that's one of my things is making it look like it's actually in a room in terms of lighting.
Right.
With sunlight coming in, whether it's hitting the wall or the floor of the product, or it's a soft light with a little highlight somewhere. So that's kind of sort of my raison d'etre kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's making it look very real to the customer, and people are always amazed when they come to the studio and they're standing looking at a set, and then they look at the screen and you're going, how'd you get from that to that? So that's great when people say that, but that's the art of the skill.
What's the most important thing to give that authentic look, do you reckon?
I think it is the lighting. I think the lighting makes the whole thing. I mean, obviously styling is important, and obviously the set design, what the set looks like. I suppose it all falls down a little bit if the lighting's not great then, and it doesn't look very good. So that's why I've been doing this for a long time, and that's why the reason I'm the senior photographer there.
How long have you been a photographer in general?
30 years.
You said that a bit quietly.
Yeah. So I've been at Next for 4 years.
Yeah.
And I was at can I say a competitor, Argos?
Yeah.
For 11 years. Or Sainsbury's Argos now. So I was there for 11 years. And then before that, I was freelance for 10. And obviously I went to college before that as well. So it's like...
it's always been photography then for you, yeah?
Well, I suppose when I left school, I think the whole thing about photography was how I got introduced to it was when I left school, I did what was called a YTS at the time in the 1980s.
Right, what's that?
So it's basically a youth training scheme that the government brought in. This is the time of Maggie Thatcher. It brought in to get kids into work.
Okay.
And so it was like a training scheme. You didn't get paid very much, but you learnt a trade. I think in my first year I earned £27 a week, and I was working full time. And so I was working in printers, a small offset printer. So we were doing anything from letterheads, business cards, leaflets, on quite large machines. It was quite smelly and dirty, the actual job. But part of that youth training scheme was I went to college.
Oh, okay.
And while I was at that particular college, they had a photography department on the same level as the cafeteria. And I was standing in the cafeteria queue one day, and the student photographer's work was on the wall. And I was standing looking at this one picture, and I always remember it. I was standing looking at it thinking, why do I like that? It's a really nice picture.
What was the picture?
So basically it was a black and white picture, and I found out later, one of the reasons why I liked it was the rule of thirds, which is basically the part of the image was placed a third of the way in. It's kind of sort of, what would I say? I can't remember what the word is now. But so that picture was a row of chairs. It was black and white, and it was like at a school disco.
Right.
And there was just a couple kissing a third of the way in, and then the rest was all chairs. So it was a really eye-catching image, and I was wondering why I liked it so much. But that kind of sparked an interest in photography right there and then.
Really? And so I took just from that one picture?
From that picture. And I took my brother's camera, bought a couple of magazines, so I started learning a bit about photography, did it as a bit of a hobby, did a night class. And then I tried to get into college, and I got knocked back, so I ended up leaving that work, and I went back to college and did some more levels. In Scotland they're called Highers, but they're A-levels down here. And I got into college the next year after that. Did 4 years at college. Last year at college, the last few months, I did a fashion project.
Okay.
Absolutely loved it. Seemed to be quite good at it. Ended up moving to London with my girlfriend, who's now my wife. And
nice.
Ended up assisting fashion photographers in London. Stopped assisting after a few years and did my own thing for 10 years. And then we had Isabel, my daughter, and Kat was away doing the Sugababes. She was,
really?
Yeah, she was working at Sugababes for 5 years. No, makeup.
Makeup?
Hair and makeup, yeah.
Wow.
And so I was at home looking after Isabel. At that time as well, lots of the titles that I was shooting for started folding, like Bliss magazine and Shout magazine.
Oh, okay.
Lots of the
so
teens.
It was more print, yeah.
And so I found myself looking after Isabel at home. And then a job came up at Argos, and I went for that. I was in Milton Keynes and really didn't live too far. And that's where I found interiors and got to do lots of interiors on location, did lots of still life stuff, because before I was just doing fashion and beauty. And then so that interior journey started, met lots of great people, met Suzanne, who's the creative manager at Buzz, and so she recruited me when she moved to Next, when she was freelance. So
is it crazy looking back at that now, seeing like how it's all like connected?
Absolutely,
and
absolutely.
Like, wow.
And it's amazing how, you tell people that journey and they can be amazed about it, because I think people today sometimes want that instant success, but it doesn't
100%.
come. It doesn't come like that unless you're absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, you've got to be exceptional in your field, whatever you do, right? Yeah. For it to come like that.
Yeah. And life gets in the way sometimes, So I did some other jobs in between, I delivered shopping. So when Kat was doing the Sugababes, she got to know the guys who were doing chauffeuring. You used to pick them up. So I ended up, when I was on a break, I used to do some chauffeuring for them. So I used to drive the Sugababes around as well. So that was quite fun.
Wow, such a varied. Is there a big difference between fashion and like shooting home lifestyle stuff?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think when you're shooting fashion, I think everybody really looks at the photographer to bring everything together.
Right.
I mean, what I'm talking about, the lighting on interiors, yes, that brings it all together. But, there's quite a lot of elements. I know they have a stylist in fashion and they have hair and makeup, but everybody really looks at the photographer.
Oh, really? So
make
more pressure?
Yeah, it's a bit more pressure, because everybody's standing behind you and it's just you and the model, say, and you're directing the model and getting those shots. And before as well, it was on film, so you'd only have 3-4 rolls of film to get it right.
Right.
Whereas now you can just keep on going.
Yeah.
Obviously you have the pain at the end of having to edit it, everything. but then it was on film, and you only had 3 rolls of film to get that outfit and have a great shot.
Yeah. So yeah,
that was a pressure.
Yeah, I can imagine. How do you calculate at that time the right shot to take when you were working with film? What's your mindset on that? Or?
I suppose by eye you can see what's going on, and you learn what looks good and what doesn't look good, and so that's why the people are relying on you to direct the model. Obviously they have a bit of input because they've got a set, or maybe they're out on location, but it is down to a lot of the photographer working with the model.
And does that come from experience and trial and error, do you think? Just trying different things.
Yeah. And then you get to know what works and what doesn't work. And obviously maybe the art director or the client has an idea of what else they want. You can try that as well, but yeah.
And then with photography, do you naturally develop like... I'll call it handwriting, but it's not handwriting, like a style. Do you develop your own style with that as well?
I think so. Yeah. I think you do. I think people seem to think that they can tell different photographers' work. I'm not quite as good as that for some reason. I don't know, but people be able to. Somebody said the other day, actually, they can always tell when I photograph something.
Oh, really?
It just looks like mine, but... I can't tell anybody else. I struggle to see it for some reason. I don't know why. But.
And what was the thing then? Taking that leap to Next. What attracted you to come to that? Because you say you've been here 4 years. Is that right?
Been 4 years. Yeah. So I think when I was at Argos, there was can I say that I didn't really enjoy the culture that much at Argos?
100%.
And I think there was opportunities that I could have applied for a senior role, but I didn't want to. And I just didn't think it was the right time as well. I think at the time I was still wanting to be one of the photographers that did all the great jobs. I was still really wanting to create images and work in everything possible. You know, we used to do jewellery campaigns, so I used to work with lots of models. I did location stuff. I did lots of really nice stuff, and I was really enjoying that. And then when Suzanne spoke to me about the role at Next, I thought, actually, you know what, it's about the right time for me to actually take on a senior role and start managing some people and, you know, maybe giving people my experience back. I just thought it was the right time.
How's
for me
that
then.
been? Like,
yeah, it's been,
like...
it is really good. I think it was the best decision.
Really?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh,
nice. I think it was just the right time. I really enjoyed where we were at the time as well, because we were in Hemel, and it was a very sort of tight-knit team. So I really enjoyed that. And now we've got even bigger, but that's obviously because of myself and then a few other people that have been involved at Hemel. We outgrew Hemel massively and then moved to Buzz. So that was something to be proud of as well, because we managed to do all that in a fairly short space of time.
Oh, yeah, because Buzz is one of the newest things that we've implemented, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's brand new. So we've only been in that studio for 2 years.
Yeah. And what's been your favourite part of working there?
I think being on some of the highbrow stuff as well, but also getting to manage some people and watch them grow. Yeah. Which has been great, from an assistant into a photographer, which is fantastic to watch. Yeah. All through, hopefully, my tutoring. They may have different ideas about that, but yeah.
It's a weird feeling, because I know when I became a manager, it was a bit like, well, I'm not sure, like yourself, like, I want to do this and I want to get involved in that, and I like the detail, and I want to still be able to create the social media content and put this together and do that. And then I think, I don't know, it wasn't a moment, but over time you're just like, oh, this is quite good to see someone get something and evolve it as well. Yeah. And then them get excited by it.
Absolutely.
They get the buzz from it as well.
Yeah,
and you're
absolutely.
like, oh, this is really good. And also bring new ideas in, and you're like, oh yeah, that is actually a really good idea.
Yeah. It is quite interesting watching people grow from where they first come in to where they are now. That's really interesting. I'm quite proud of that as well.
Yeah, you should be, definitely. It's I think it's something that, you know, it's not something I was like, oh, I always want to like lead or be a manager or anything, but the opportunity came along and just you just embrace it.
Yeah, you embrace it, absolutely.
You just embrace it.
Sometimes it's the right time.
Yeah. What do you mean by highbrow? You've said that a couple of times actually. Like what's that entail?
Well, I suppose that you have our core work, so the SSIs that we do, the everyday stuff.
SSIs?
Yeah. So that's a single-styled image.
Okay.
And then
they're like what people might know as like cutouts. Yeah, on
no, not the cutouts. So you've got cutouts, and then it's the next step up. So it's in the room set then.
Oh, okay.
The other shoots that are probably a little bit higher than them are the trend shoots and location shoots, and a shoot like so. N Premium will be one of them as well.
And does that just take more time?
Yeah, and it's obviously there's more eyes on it. There's a lot of involvement from other people. Lots of the products being picked specifically for those shoots. You know, so there's a lot of people involved in it, and obviously a lot of money spent because they go on location, so they hire a house for a week or two. So you know, you're under that pressure to get all the shots done and deliver everything and make it look great as well. You know, so it's you know, you go on a location shoot, there can be 12 people on there all working in the background to get all the shots done, moving furniture around, you know, doing a bit of set build. And then you got the photographer and art director and stylist all working together.
And is that pressure something like you just kind of, how do you deal with it? Do you just take it as it comes?
Get used to it.
You just get used to it.
Yeah, I think the more you do it,
the
more you get used to it, the more you realise what you need to do and what order you need to do things in. You know, that's a good collaboration between yourself and like the art director, because you can arrive at a house and then think, well, the sun's over there in the morning, let's not do this shot in this room, we'll go over to this side first, and then in the afternoon we'll come back here. So it's knowing all those little tricks as well.
And again, I guess that comes down to that experience, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Of learning and being there and picking things up from all your years of doing it.
Yeah, doing it as well. And, being an assistant and working on location as well and seeing other people doing it. I mean, it was a little bit different shooting on location with models on a beach, but it's the same thing. You watch and learn what other people do, and so hopefully the assistants, whoever's assisting me, is watching and learn what I'm doing as well.
So it's just like a constant passing down of knowledge within photography. Yeah. And
how to do things. People work on their processes and how they like to do things, so they have their own little idiosyncrasies, of how they like their kit set out, or where they put the kit.
I know with videographers and photographers are very, very particular about the kit.
Yeah,
very particular. Yeah, I don't even bother helping or touching it anymore. I'm just I'll leave it to you. Yeah. They don't like you touching it. Yeah. It's like unless it's a like a tripod stand or something like that that's not too difficult. Everything else, I'm just like, over to you. Yeah.
Because I think when years ago when I was assisting the fashion photographer, they would just give me their kit and go, right, that's yours for today, look after that, and you do, you set it out the way you want to set it out. But when I shout for something, I want it right away. Okay.
And if someone's listening that's, starting out, what bit of advice would you give, or they're looking to come and join Next Photography in some way? Like, what bit of advice would you pass on?
I think you'd have to start on as an assistant, I think, and learn the ropes, but take everything in and do all you can. Don't say no to stuff, and ask lots of questions as well. I've had people coming in who just watch and don't ask any questions, and obviously I try and sort of involve them a little bit, but then some people, they're maybe a little bit shy or something. So I'd say ask questions, find out stuff.
That's a great one.
Why photographers doing that way or doing it this way, or why they're doing something in particular. You just never know why they're doing it.
Yeah, I think some people think they can't ask you a question.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I almost find it odd if someone doesn't, especially if they've started a new role.
Yeah.
You the expectation should be, oh, what's this? Why do we do that?
Yeah.
A curiosity, right?
Curiosity, absolutely. Yeah. Find out everything you can. But just kind of immerse yourself in it.
Yeah.
And I'd also say as well, do stuff outside.
Yes.
Do your own stuff. Go and do your own little projects. You can go and visit museums, but you'll sort of run out of that quite quickly. So but do stuff on your own. Experiment and do stuff at home. Do it with your friends if they want to help you. Or just do little projects outside.
Yeah, 100%.
And you'll learn loads from that. That's how I used to buy magazines and just try different things. Experiment with depth of field and focus. And one of the first lessons I learned was that tungsten light is a different light to daylight, different color temperature. So tungsten light's yellow, whereas daylight's kind of bluish.
Okay.
So I found that out doing a night scene that was all yellow, and I was thinking, well, why is it all yellow? That was a harder lesson.
Yeah,
then.
That was a hard lesson.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on, and I really appreciate you sharing that. I mean, it sounds like a great kind of career, and I hope you carry on producing all this great stuff for Next.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
No worries.
All right. Thank you.